What's up, guys? How you all doing? Cosmic Carry here, bringing you another World of Tanks video. For those of you that are new here, please feel free to subscribe to my channel. I will bring you a brand new video every single day, forever and ever. And for my regular viewers and subscribers, hello, welcome one and all. And today I'm bringing you another episode of Anatomy of a Battle, video where I basically dissect my gameplay, explain my moves, my tactics, my strategies, why I did what I did, my way of thinking, how I dealt with certain situations, how I responded to them, etc, etc. You guys fully understand what I'm talking about. I understand that this is we are on Abbey again, but to me every single battle is an individual. Every single battle is different, and every single battle basically calls for a different way of thinking, a different way of playing the game, a different approach. Every single battle is basically unique, and as we can see, as we spawned in on the south spawn, and this is predominantly a tier 8 tank match. There are only two tier 10s on each side, and I am anticipating a jolly good time. Basically, straight away I decide I shall be pushing on the left hand side, on the left hand flank of the map, and I'm joined by a nice bunch of compadres. As you can see, there is a nice bloom, shall we say, of good guys. All my compadres seem to be spreading out nice and evenly on both flanks, on the left hand side and on the right. 4 or 5 tanks on each side, some campers in the base, a couple moving forward, but you want to see that, and if one flank is kind of weak, you need to respond to that basically and go over there and help and assist. As you can see, 4 on the right, 4 on the left, including myself, 2 pieces of arty. The scout as yet doesn't seem to have moved. 1 heavy has pushed into town, but a good disbursement of my fellow teammates, I think personally. So everybody is on the case. Everybody's basically doing their job, and confident so far in this game. And you can see how I'm placed basically alongside these 2 heavies. This isn't a fluke or something like that. This is on purpose. This is exactly where I want to be, throughout the whole game, basically, because I am a sniper, I'm a TD, I'm a lightly armored tank, and I just want to be supporting my team. I want my teammates up front brawling, and I want to be in the back supporting them, taking surprise shots with my sniper rifle. I'm a silent killer, so to speak, and just supporting my team basically, from afar, from the back, without actually getting spotted or detected. And of course, one of the first things I do is look down this flank where you can see the bad guys basically, and hope somebody is poking their nose out, and hopefully you can get that first kill. So many times in the Death Star I get the first kill of the game, and it's a big kind of psychological boost for us, and it's a big morale breaker for them, because they see a Death Star that means business. IS-3, no thank you, not that turret. T-30 turns ever so slightly, my buddy's moving, about to block my shot, and I get it off, and that was just lucky. In my opinion, he catches fire, and I do indeed get the first kill of the game. Unbelievable. I could not believe it. First kill of the game. Exactly where I want to be, basically. In the back, taking pot shots while my buddies are up front. And as you can see, I'm lighting up this the flank that runs parallel with my compadres that are in front of me. Pardon me. They've basically ignored the fact that there's a flank there, and it needs to be scouted. It needs to be taken care of. So many times I see people rush down the flank that they're going down, and the enemy kind of circles them the front and the back, and they get obliterated within, you know, a couple of minutes. So I highlight that area, and here comes the scout finally, and a bad guy does indeed get lit up exactly where I was, exactly the area where I was highlighting for my compadres. And as you can see, two things are happening here. My teammates have responded to the situation, and whether or not it was because I highlighted the area or that enemy heavy got lit up, it doesn't really matter. It produced the desired effect kind of thing. And this is perfect positioning for the Death Star, because you want somebody to kind of have a go if you're hard enough kind of thing. Just peek round, and I let one rip in Death Star and they get taken out. It's I love the Death Star for that. It's just like peekaboo, woof, you're dead basically. And as I'm scooting up here, I'm kind of waiting for that heavy. Is he going to make an appearance? Can I get a shot in? Can I get a kill? But at the same time, I'm looking at the score, and I realize that right hand flank has been totally obliterated by the bad guys. We've lost 5 teammates on that right hand side, and basically we're losing 5-1. So this is not good. Duh. This is not good at all. And what happens? The artillery requests help, and I shall be signaling affirmative, and basically totally changing what I was planning to do and responding to that call for help and defending the base. So basically this game is going to be totally twisted on its head kind of thing, and we're going to move into a different stage of the game. And whereas I was just supporting my team, taking pot shots at the bad guys from afar, now I have decided that okay, I need to defend the base, and I signal affirmative, because at the end of the day, if those 5-6 bad guys that haven't been lit up, you know, push forward and take our base, we lose the game. And of course I highlight the area. I didn't have my headset, even though nobody was actually talking, but you can see there's a whole bunch of guys in platoons, so they must be in private party chit chat. But I highlight the area. For my compadres, remind them this needs to be taken care of, and at the same time I signal defend the base, and a bunch of my teammates do signal affirmative, and they hopefully they're doing what I'm doing, which is looking at the map, and they're going to respond to the situation. Pardon me, I said we lost 5 tanks. We have lost 5 tanks. I don't understand that. Well, anyhow, so as I come around this corner, I'm moving into a different stage of the battle. What was a push on the left hand flank basically has turned into a totally different situation, and as I'm scooting down here, I'm kind of evaluating the situation. You know, where are the bad guys? Can I push through without any problem? I see there's a friendly TD ahead of me, and it looks like he's possibly brawling with someone. So you kind of I was kind of evaluating the situation. Should I simply go right and straight into the base, or should I have a look, see what's going on with this TD? Does he need my help? Does he need my support? Etc, etc. So when you're going into a brand new situation, you cannot simply rush in. Of course it looks like I'm rushing in, but as I was going in, I was kind of evaluating the brand new situation that was kind of unfolding before me. And as you can see, we have actually produced a lead. It's 5-4, and I'm looking at the map. I'm looking at the map. The map is your best friend. It's the best tool in the game. It's better than any equipment that you have on your tank, and better than any, you know, shell that you can fire. You should be always looking at your map and evaluating the situation. And as you can see, there's only 3 bad guys lit up, you know, and that means there's another, what is it, 8, 9 bad guys somewhere out there, and they're most probably on that flank that needs to be taken care of. And as I scoot up here, indeed I was correct. The tortoise in front of me is actually brawling with a heavy. I believe he's on that little cliff edge up there. So in order for me, I want as many people to help me out on the base as possible, so I need to help him out and kind of deal with the situation. And again, I'm very lucky here, because this he just presents his lower plate to me, and I get a fantastic shot on him. And of course, as I'm moving up here, I haven't finished dealing with that gentleman that I just placed a very lucky shot into. But that's because he's been kind of rendered, you know, ineffective. He's going to be very cautious, very careful about his moves. He's only got a smidgen of health left. And as I scoot up here, I'm putting this in slow motion. You can see on the little mini map that little scout is coming in, and I see that straight away, and I'm responding to the situation straight away. And I see what he's going to do. He's going to come in and he's going to be pestering the tortoise, basically. And I assumed that he assumed that I was continuing on, that I was leaving kind of the area. I was finished with protecting the tortoise. So I'm assuming he decided to come in and he's going to pester the tortoise. When you're in a TD, of course, your worst enemy is little shitty little irritating scouts, as I always like to call them. They are a pain in the butt if you're in a TD. Dealing with them is very, very embarrassing, because you're trying so hard to turn around and you know, plant a shot into them. But yeah, like I said, a TD's worst enemy is the tiny little crappy little scouts. But this gentleman, I mean, he makes a big mistake. And the mistake that he makes, which you should never make in a scout, is that he stops and decides to, I gotta plant a few shells into the tortoise. Whether or not, you know, the adrenaline was pumping when he was playing the game and he didn't realize what was going on, you know, he just stopped. And you should never stop when you're in a scout. You should just keep mobile, keep moving, keep going, and let the people shooting at you, you know, fire away and waste their shots, so to speak. And especially me, a Death Star TD, I've got a 30-second reload time. He could have dealt with both of us as long as he kept behind, you know, the tortoise. So finally I have arrived at the base, and this is what I came here to do. I came here to defend the base, and as you can see, the bad guys have not pushed through, and I think that that's because of the Yag Tiger to my left. He has been holding them back, and I don't understand why they haven't pushed through, because I'm assuming they didn't work as, you know, one collective unit. It's a TD, a Yag Tiger. Okay, it's big ass gun and, you know, fantastic TD, etc., etc. But it's one tank and it's a TD. It can only face forward. If they wanted to, they could have overwhelmed him also very easily. As I scoot up here, you're going to see there's a whole bunch of bad guys. Bad guys. Why they didn't decide simply, hey ho, let's just go for it, I haven't got a clue. But they didn't, and they're going to pay the price for that, basically. So again, I'm scooting up here, and this is, like I said before, you want people to surprise people with the Death Star, basically. You want to... just before they can even register what's going on, you want to light them up, zoom in as much as you can, and just plant a big old shot into them, even before they can respond, even before they realize, oh shoot, there's a Death Star in front of me, kind of thing. That's one of the many things that I love about the Death Star. You can surprise the bejesus out of people. You really can. And just like this. Of course, I'm fully aware that there's our Artie is in play, but I think he's kind of preoccupied with all the other all my compadres, and we've produced a nice healthy lead here. The gentleman that pushed on this flank did not decide to push hard enough. If they did, they might have won the game. And I will be fully reloaded when this gentleman comes into view, but I'm not going to take the shot. I'm not going to take a shot because it's a 30-second or 25 reload time for this gun, and reload speed, and so I've got to be careful. I don't want to be overwhelmed. And as you can see, there's a whole bunch of bad guys, but that Jagd Tiger seems to be taking care of business. He seems to be the one who was holding them back, and he did his job, basically. He really did. And is this gentleman teasing me? I haven't got a clue. Okay, now I'm confident. There we go. Like I said, I love those scoot around the corner shots. And as you can see, within a matter of minutes, this attacking enemy flank has just been obliterated, has just been destroyed. And there we go, we're good to go. We have won the game. Only 2 bad guys left. We are good to go. I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode of an Anatomy of a Battle. It's kind of a good example, basically, of how to react to certain situations as they arise. As you saw, I could have carried on and pushed forward on that left hand flank, possibly capped the enemy base. But to me, it's not just about capping the enemy base. It's, you have to defend your own base at the same time. You have to help out your teammates at the same time. And you have to respond to situations accordingly. And now, of course, it's just a race. Basically, it's just a race. Who's going to get that final kill? And we are good to go. Let's take a look at those stats. Nice bit of silver. 4 kills. Good to go. 7 damaged. Lewis Hamilton doing well there. Nice little list. Place 4th. Good to go. Hope you guys enjoyed. Take it easy. Adios, muchachos.